Get dressed with me while I tell you the story of how jealousy can turn you into a ghost. Every tradition has a story. Today we're talking about Lady Rokujō, a character from the world's very first novel, The Tale of Genji. She's easily one of the most terrifying and tragic characters in literary history. Imagine being at the absolute peak of 11th century Japanese court life. You are married to the crown prince, living your best life. But after his death, your high social status completely vanishes. This is what happened to Lady Rokujō. She became an outsider, completely isolated, vulnerable, and bitter. Then comes Genji, the shining prince, a handsome man who turned heads and twisted minds. Lady Rokujō stood no chance, and she fell deeply in love with him. But as time went by, he started acting cold and distant. Now, in the rigid Heian court, women were not allowed to express big feelings or show anger. And you already know, keeping things bottled up eventually turns toxic. One night, Genji leaves Lady Rokujō's house to visit one of his many lovers, Yuko. Consumed by jealousy and feeling abandoned, Lady Rokujō's living spirit, Ikiryo, subconsciously leaves her body and flies across the city and mysteriously kills Yuko. But the real breaking point was a very public dispute with Lady Aoi, Genji's pregnant wife, because of course that man was married. After being publicly humiliated by Aoi's servants, Lady Rokujō's jealous spirit starts attacking Aoi every single night until she eventually dies. Once she wakes up and realizes what her spirit has done, Lady Rokujō is overwhelmed by shame. That's when she decides to leave Kyoto entirely and join her daughter Nisa. Years later, she returns to the capital as a Buddhist nun, only to fall fatally ill. On her deathbed, Genji decides to visit her. But not to comfort her, no. This man tries to marry her daughter. With her final breath, Rokujo begs him to leave her daughter alone. But the moment she dies, Genji takes control of her daughter anyway, adopting her and using her as a pawn in his political games. Disappointed, but not surprised. But sadly, even after she died, Lady Rokujo's spirit lingered for decades as a vengeful ghost hunting anyone who came close to Genji. This legendary hunt inspired traditional theater centuries later, where classic plays depict the exorcism required to bring her soul to peace. So what do you think? Is Lady Rokujō a villain, or just a woman who lost everything, and Genji is the real monster? And you know what time it is, right? It is time for me to show you my outfit. What do we think? Today's outfit was sent to me by Senses, the label. I think it's timeless and it comes with absolutely no demons. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!